Hey everyone, it's Matt here. Today I wanted to show you the 6-in-1 Bentley Convertible Smart Trike. This is brand new to the market for Canada and available now at Best Buy. So you're probably pretty familiar if you have little kids with these convertible trikes. Now what sets this one apart from the others? Well, it's 4 very definitive stages available for kids to use from about 6 to 8 months and up. What you're seeing here right now is this is basically everything put together. Outside of this, there's an additional basket here as well. So I'm going to take a quick walk around, and as you can see, it's got the pedals for the tricycle. It's got these footrests for your little one when they're about 6 months old. It starts off as a stroller, so that's why it's got the footrests. This seat here, as you can see, it's a nice padded seat. It also converts to be a front-facing stroller as well as a rear-facing stroller through the use of some clips. You'll see a big safety bar here. So this safety bar is not something you see on a lot of these Smart Tricycles, and that's great that it's on here to add that element of safety. It's got your usual belts and buckles as well. A couple things that I did want to point out here is that if you look at the tires, these are bigger than some of the competitors that you see out there. So the tires here are actually filled with air, and it gives it a very smooth ride. We have one of these Smart Tricycle style things that my daughter's had since she was about 12 months old or so, and that ride's very rough because it's composite rubber tires, and so you can't really go along a lot of curbs and things like that. And if you see, we've got curbs like crazy. We're kind of down a hill here as well. To help protect with the hills, you'll see some locks for the wheels as well as the parental steering. So just like any other Smart Tricycle, you can lock the wheels in place if you want, so that only the parents can steer. Let me show you now the 4 different stages that exist for this trike, and then I'll come back and I'll show you a little bit more. Stage 1 is developed for kids 6 to 8 months and up. As I showed you, there are footrests there for the child if they want it, and the seat itself can either face forward or backward. It basically works as a stroller of sorts, but it gets your infant accustomed to sitting in the seat with a 5-point harness. The canopy can be used and removed at any point during this stage. Stage 2 comes at around 18 months. Your child will have grown at this point, and you can remove the footrests. Here's where you can also let your child take control and learn to start pedaling and balancing themselves. Stage 3 is around the 24-month mark. Here's where you can get rid of the parental handle and the clasping safety bar. By now, your child may have basic balance on the tricycle and can enjoy it with the back seat up. Make sure they have their helmet though. It's still tough for them to balance fully at this age. The last stage sees you convert everything down into your normal tricycle. This comes at around 3 years old and lasts for as long as whenever your child outgrows it. In all, you should get around 3 to 4 years worth of use before passing it on to another sibling or family member. I'm going to show you a bit of Charlotte and I playing around on this now. You'll see that I've left a lot of the safety precautions on there despite the fact that she should theoretically be at the last stage. Unfortunately, she hasn't shown much interest in learning how to ride a tricycle yet, and as a result hasn't quite figured out how to balance or pedal really. So I sort of left all the safety precautions, including the harness and the safety guard bar, intact because she felt a lot safer on it. Removing bits and pieces from this trike is simple really. Most of it is based on clips or sliding locks. Overall, this is a really smooth ride. I had her sit down on this and play with it a few times this week. One of the things I noticed was that she was having an easier time steering and moving around on this, and I had an easier time pushing, than our existing convertible Smart Tricycle. Air-filled wheels actually make a world of difference over the rubber composites, and while it does mean you'll have to keep a pump around, it results in a much better, much smoother ride overall. It transitions down curbs and across rougher terrain much smoother, and the sturdy build means for a much better ride. So yeah, as you can see, parts of the trike do come apart by the time your child's about 36 months old. It's expected that you'll have pulled basically everything away, and they'll be able to ride by themselves in tricycle form. Unfortunately, my daughter doesn't know how to pedal yet, so she still needs the help. The first time I put her on this, she actually ended up trying to roll backwards down the hill into all those lovely bushes down there, so it scared her a little bit. I did have to help her, but you could see that she was really trying and kind of got it near the end. The one thing that really separates this from all of the other competitors is the quality of the build. I'm very impressed at just the high quality of the build and the level of detail that they've taken. Bentley did a really really bang up job here with whom they've partnered with, and I think you'll be really impressed. It's definitely the highest quality build of one of these that I've ever seen, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody because you're going to get about 4 years of lifespan out of this once you start pulling everything away and once your child learns how to pedal. And you want to make sure that you're not left with something that has a very, rough plastic feel, and where your child's not going to feel safe on it. And I think they'll definitely feel safe on this one, and I think you're definitely going to feel safe with it too. This is the Bentley Convertible 6-in-1 Smart Trike, now available at Best Buy. I'm Matt. Follow the channel for more reviews like this one, and stay tuned because I do have another one of these coming, and I'm going to show you how this one's kind of deconstructed and do a bit of an unbox, so stay tuned for that one. We'll talk to you later.